Alright my captains, so today we are going to take a look at the summary of Chapter 31, Act 1, and we will take a look at the different events that happened in it. Now, yes, I know it is saying Act 3, but it was just a mistake that they fixed. As you can see, they meant actually Act 1. So we will take a look at the different events that happened during Act 1 of Chapter 31, and hopefully we will get an understanding of what is going on in it. But before we start, if you are new here and you want to stay updated with everything new about Honkai Impact 3rd, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell beside it. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button as well. And without any further ado, let's just get started. So as you can see, the first thing that they are saying here is that Aponia got corrupted from previous chapter. Aponia died. I believe that they are referring to the chapter where she enters Kalpus' mind, where Kalpus was actually about to die, and she got actually corrupted there because of Harsher of Corruption. She literally tells Kalpus that she is going to follow him to the other world, and Kalpus tells her actually to take her time before following him because he doesn't want to take a ride with her to the other world. So I think that this is actually the chapter which they are referring to, and nonetheless Aponia as well is dead. Now Sakura asked Harsher of Corruption to kill her in honor of her sister, it should have been, but whatever, of a sister. Sakura died. So basically, if you know the past of Sakura, you know that her sister was actually Harsher of Corruption, and people killed her because of that, and therefore she might feel guilty for her sister's death, and she wants to pay in some shape or form, and therefore she feels like if she actually allows Harsher of Corruption to kill her, she is paying for her sister's death. It's not actually, in my opinion, logical, and it's not the right thing to do, but I can understand it because feelings aren't logical. Feelings are actually things that just makes us want to do, and they don't use the brain, they use the heart. So I can totally understand her, but I feel that if she would have killed actually Harsher of Corruption, she would have paid her sister much more than actually allowing Harsher of Corruption to kill her. Nonetheless, let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below. Do you think that allowing Harsher of Corruption to kill her is actually is the right thing to do, or do you think that killing Harsher of Corruption would have been a better way? Anyways, Kusma asked Griseo to use his own data to make a painting of a selfless youth. Kusma died. So basically, whenever someone uses the data of one of the flame chasers, that flame chaser is going to die. However, it seems that he allowed Griseo to use his data to paint a painting. I don't know if this painting is going to do anything, but it seems that it's not going to do. However, Kusma is dead because of that. So it looks like a completely worthless death, to be honest, unless something is actually about to happen because of that painting. Other than that, it feels like a completely worthless sacrifice, unless he just wanted actually to allow Griseo to enjoy her time before dying. Other than that, I think that it is actually just a completely worthless death. Anyways, Griseo painted herself in Kusma painting after confronting Harsher of Corruption. Griseo died. Now, what do they mean by painting herself in Kusma painting? Do they mean that she used actually Kusma's data in order to paint herself or something else? I don't know, but nonetheless, Griseo as well is dead because of Harsher of Corruption. And do you know how she is going to die? They will literally force you to use Harsher of Corruption. You will play as Harsher of Corruption and kill her. I just don't... Why? Why would you do that to us? Allow us to play as Griseo and allow Harsher of Corruption to kill us. That is 10 times better than making us kill Griseo. Like, why? Why would you do this to us? I just don't understand. Like, seriously. Why would you force us to kill Griseo? And why would you force us to use Harsher of Corruption when we hate her so much? Like, seriously, I just don't understand what is going on with the developers, but they want actually our pain to go to the maximum level, it seems, during this chapter. Anyways, Mobius sacrificed her data to save Klein, Mobius' date. So basically, if you don't know, Klein was about to die. I don't actually know why, but it is most likely related to Harsher of Corruption. So basically, Mobius sacrificed herself in order to save Klein, and that is actually one of the saddest moments I have ever seen until now. Like, seriously, seeing Klein about to die itself alone is actually pretty sad, and then seeing actually Mobius this time actually caring for her. I know that she cared for her, I know that she loved her, but now actually caring for her and sacrificing herself for her in order to save her. This is just insane, to be honest. Like, seriously, it brought tears to my eyes. Like, seriously, this is one of the saddest sacrifices I have seen until now in Honkai Impact and in general, actually, games. So it was a pretty sad moment, and I really can't describe how I felt about her, but it's really nice to see that Klein is saved. At least I don't think that Mobius would have been able to save herself. Harsher of Corruption would have killed her anyway. So seeing her actually not even trying, but just directly sacrificing herself to save Klein is actually a pretty beautiful moment and a sad moment at the same time. Anyways, Mobius is dead as well. Su switched his infected data with Sakura and buffed Kevin. Su dead. So Su is dead as well, and he used his data basically to buff Kevin. He buffed Kevin so that Kevin would be able actually to attack Harsher of Corruption and try to kill her. Anyways, nonetheless, Su is dead as well. So anyways, next we have Kevin released Shamash. Kevin dead. So Kevin actually attacked Harsher of Corruption with all the power he has. Unfortunately, it didn't work. She didn't die, but Kevin is dead actually because of that attack, because he released all the power he had, including Su's power. So it went for nothing, or at least it may actually made Harsher of Corruption lose some power, but it didn't kill her. So Kevin is dead as well. Pardo couldn't avoid Kevin's strike and accepted her death while helping Kevin land his strike. Pardo died. So Pardo might have been actually in the way of the attack, and she couldn't basically avoid the attack, and therefore she tried maybe to immobilize Harsher of Corruption so that the hit actually hit her, and she sacrificed herself for that. So Pardo is again dead. She just got revived and she is dead again. It's just crazy. Like, seriously, all of them just got revived, or not all of them, most of them got revived and they are dead again. Like, seriously, this is just crazy. Anyways, our last contender is basically Eden, and Eden sacrificed her data to recreate Elysia. Eden died. Now, it's not only Eden who actually used her data, but also Elf Elysia. Elf Elysia is also dead in order to be able to recreate Eden. I don't know why they aren't talking about it here, but even Elf Elysia is actually dead with Eden in order to be able to recreate Elysia. Now, May actually tells Eden that she is going to die if she does that, and Eden is more than happy to die actually to do that. She said that she is going to now become a part of Elysia, and that would be the most romantic thing she can actually ever think of, and it is indeed. And it is a pretty nice thing actually from her, and a nice way of thinking about it. Instead of thinking that I will die for her, she is saying that I will live inside her. And that is actually exactly what she wants her whole life. She wants actually to be a part of Elysia, and that is what she is going to do. And therefore she actually sacrificed herself, and even Elf Elysia sacrificed herself as well in order to basically save or recreate Elysia. So this is the way they recreated her. It's not what I exactly thought about. I thought that Klein and Aponia are going to save her. But it seems that it is actually Eden and Elf Elysia who did it. Anyways, this is pretty much everything that happened, and it ends up with the cutscene, or with the CG of Elysia recreated, and telling basically May that this is the last time she introduces herself to her, and basically that is the end. And it looks a pretty interesting chapter, to be honest. There are multiple stuff that are happening during it, and this is very nice. We didn't get so many stuff happening at the same time in a very long time actually. So it's really nice to see a chapter filled with events, although they aren't beautiful events, and they are actually the worst type of events we could get, but at least there are events that are happening during the chapter, which makes the chapter very interesting. And we will see what is going to happen actually later on during the chapter. Now, I think that there should be 3 acts. It could be 2 acts as well, we don't know, but I think that there should be 3 acts, and Act 3 is going to be basically the short animation, where we are going to finally get the animation of basically Harsher Elysia fighting Harsher of Corruption Elysia. So we will see what is going to happen later on, but for now this is everything that we have for Act 1. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about Honkai Impact 3rd. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Honkai Impact.